Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be a short, gentle practice today. Mostly on the floor. We'll take it nice and easy, pretty low energy, but just some feel-good stuff to open up through our front body, across the chest, into the upper back, into the arms and armpits also. So grab a blanket if you have a yoga blanket. If not, grab a towel. Beach towel would work, and also a yoga block if you have one. We'll take our yoga blanket or towel and roll it up. So we're going to make it into a little rolled up log. So it will look like this. All right, then we'll put that log, towel, blanket situation down on your mat. Bring yourself to sit up in front of it. You can start with the knees bent here and then slowly lower yourself down onto the blanket. So it's going right up your spine. You can take the arms out to the sides. And then either keep the knees bent, or you could extend the legs down the mat. Or you could take the feet wide, let the knees knock in towards each other. And we will begin our practice here today. If it feels okay for you, close your eyes or find a soft and steady gaze. Just allow yourself to arrive, to relax. Check in with yourself. Notice what's going on for you today. How does your body feel, your mind? What's going on for you emotionally, energetically? Be gentle with yourself, no judgment. Just get curious, become aware. Witness yourself, observe. As always, I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And if you like to carry that intention off of the mat out into the day with you. And just begin to let everything go here. Releasing any muscular or mental tension. Allowing gravity to have you. And let the whole body begin to soften and let go. Relaxing through your feet and your legs, your hips and your pelvis, your buttocks and belly. Relax through the torso, front of your body, the back of your body. Relax the collarbones, arms, hands, fingers, shoulders. Relax your neck and your throat and your jaw. Relax your face. Relax through the furrow of your brow. Soften the space in between the eyebrows. Relax your forehead, your scalp, and the crown of your head. And if you feel it, turn up the corners of your lips into a little smile. Smile at yourself. Thank yourself for showing up for you today and taking just a few moments out of your busy day to focus on you, your mental health and well-being. can keep your eyes closed, or you could flutter the eyes open here. We'll reach the arms up, bring the fingers together. So imagine that you're holding onto a beach ball right on top of your chest, wrapping your arms around it. So the elbows will move out to the sides, fingertips will reach towards each other over your imaginary beach ball. And then super, super slowly begin to open the arms out to the sides. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And then finally, the elbows, maybe you reach the floor and you begin to slowly unfurl the forearms, backs of the hands to the floor, fingers. And we'll reach the arms up. So you're bringing the arms up into a V formation. Fingers reaching up and out. Backs of the hands pressing down. Backs of the arms reaching down. Elbows reaching down towards the floor. A little gentle tuck of the chin. Feel this opening through the chest. At the fronts of the arms. Pec muscles. Armpits. And then slowly bring the arms down. So the arms are out to the side in a cactus formation. Elbows bent, fingers pointing up, backs of the arms on the floor. And now reach your arms across your chest as if you're giving yourself a little hug. And then slowly open the arms back out to the sides, not quite as slowly as before. And then we'll wrap arms over the chest again, other arm wrapping on top. Arms open back out to the sides again. And then slowly roll yourself over onto one side so that you slowly roll off of your blanket or towel. You can just move that out of the way for now. So bring yourself over to one side. I'm starting on my left side, but you can do your left or right. We'll just switch to the other side in a moment. You can tuck your blanket underneath your head if you like, or reach your bottom arm up and rest your head onto that arm or bicep. And then we'll reach the top arm over to the side. So for me, I'm reaching out through my right arm, right fingers, and slowly begin to roll onto your back and peel that arm out to the side. And then you can turn your gaze over towards that top arm. And now we'll extend the top leg. So again, for me, this would be my right leg, reaching it out to the side to hover above the floor. Or if it feels okay for you, you could bring that inner edge of the foot down to the floor. Reach out through the right fingers now. Maybe even reach that right arm up towards the top of your mat. And then turn the head whichever way it feels good. I'm getting some really, really good sensation right up into my chest and my right armpit. All the way up into that right arm, and it feels good. So reach that right hand and right foot away from each other, and then we'll slowly bend that right leg, stack it back on top of the left leg, and bring that right arm over. So you're now back on your left side or your first side. And then we'll switch it over to the other side. So knees bent and stacked on top of each other. Tuck your blanket underneath your head or that bottom arm underneath the head. And we'll reach the top arm out to the side. So for me, I'm reaching left fingers forward and then slowly begin to roll over onto your back. Unfurl that left arm or top arm out to the side. And now begin to extend that top leg out to the side. So again, for me, I'm reaching out through my left foot. Maybe you could bring the inner edge of that foot down to the floor if that feels okay. And reach that left arm, left leg away from each other, and then maybe even reach that left arm up towards the top corner of your mat. So bringing that arm up into a sort of V formation, and reach the left hand, left foot away from each other. And then slowly bring everything back over onto the side. And then we'll extend the legs down the mat. Take the bottom arm over to the side. Plant the top hand on top of it. So for me, bottom arm is my right arm. Left hand is on top. My body is in a straight line. And then slowly begin to peel that left arm or top arm over to the left. And you could keep the legs stacked or step the left foot back behind the right leg. And then slowly roll yourself open, reaching out through those left fingers, pressing down into that left foot. And then reach it back over. And then we'll roll over onto our belly. Take it to the other side. Coming onto the left side, legs are stacked. Palms are stacked on top of each other. Slowly peel that top arm open. Maybe you step that right foot back behind you. Behind that left leg, and peel yourself open. And then bring it back over onto that left side, onto the belly. And now we'll come back to the belly, take the arms out to the sides in a T formation. Turn to your right cheek. And then we'll come up onto left finger pads so that right arm is planting down, palm facing down towards the mat. And then we'll slowly shift ourselves back up onto the right side. Legs are stacked again, or you step that left foot back behind the right again. You can stay just like this or begin to reach that left arm up and back, reaching it back towards that right hand. So hands are reaching towards each other, feeling that expansion across the chest. And then slowly roll yourself onto the belly. Arms back out in that T formation. We'll do it over to the other side again, rolling onto left side. Stack the legs, come up onto the right finger pads. Then maybe step a right foot back behind that left leg. Keep it here, or we'll open that right arm, reach that right hand back towards that left hand. And then slowly right hand comes back down to the mat. Roll back onto your belly. And then we'll root down into the tops of the feet. Reach your arms forward and root down into tops of the feet, down into pubic bone. Begin to lift the heart, lift the arms up. So a half locust pose here. Then bend the elbows, pull the elbows back towards the rib cage. Lift up the fingers, and then reach the arms forward, and then bring the hands down to the mat. Rest your forehead on top of the hands, a little pillow with the hands here. Let everything soften and relax again. We'll do that one more time, rooting down through tops of the feet, turning on through the legs pressing down towards the mat, pubic bone pressing down towards the mat, arms reaching forward, palms facing in towards each other to start, and then lift up the heart, lift up the arms. Now again, bend the elbows, pull the elbows back towards the sides, lift it, lift it, lift it, and then release. Make that pillow with the hands. Rest your forehead back on the hands. And then we'll take hands under shoulders, press yourself up and back into a child's pose, either knees wide, big toes coming towards each other behind you, or you could bring the knees together. Send your bum back to your heels, release your forehead down to the mat, or again, stack the arms and make a little pillow. And then we'll bring it up into a table position, hands and knees. Keep the hips where they are, lined up over the knees. Let's walk the hands forward, coming into puppy pose or Anahatasana. Slowly lowering the forehead down to the mat. Could again stack the arms, make a pillow for the forehead here, or even tuck a block underneath your forehead. Or if it's okay for you, release your forehead down to the mat. And then slowly walk your hands back in, bring yourself back up into your table. And then let's peel that right arm all the way up towards the ceiling, fingers reaching up, heart spins up to look up towards that right hand, and then we'll thread the right arm underneath the body and come down onto the outer right arm. Tent those left finger pads, press into the left fingers, hold here, or reach that left arm up. Maybe even reach that left hand around, take a bind, tuck that hand in to that right hip or thigh, and then release that left arm, bring it back down to the mat, press into that palm, bring yourself back into your table, and then other side, let's peel that left arm all the way up to the ceiling, gaze up, and then thread the arm underneath your body, down onto outer left arm, tent those right fingers, press them into the floor, or reach that right arm up towards the ceiling or around, tuck it into that left hip or thigh. And then reach your right arm back up, hand comes back down to the mat, bring yourself back into your table position. Come back to sit on your heels for a moment. Let's grab one of your blocks. And then come up to stand on your knees. Tuck your block in between your thighs. You can either have tops of the feet pressing down into the mat, or you could tuck the toes under, come up onto the balls of the feet here. Take your thumbs into your armpits, hug that block in with the inner thighs. Thumbs into the armpits, lift the heart up, draw that low belly in and up, spine nice and long, crown of the head reaching up. Maybe you begin to shift your gaze up just a little bit. So you're lifting, lifting, lifting through that upper back. And then hug that block in, bring yourself back to center. Now we'll take the hands around to the low back, the sacrum. Fingers can point up or down or out to the sides, whichever feels best for you. Hug the elbows in towards each other so that action can help you to open up through the chest. Elbows hug in. You can keep that gaze shifting forward. Maybe you begin to shift the gaze up a little bit if that feels okay. And then you keep it right here, or if it's available to you, this is in your practice, you can reach one hand, the right hand for the right heel, left hand for the left heel, bring it into Ustrasana, camel pose. Keep squeezing that block. And then squeeze the block. Hands come back to the low back. Bring yourself back up. Untuck the toes. Remove your block. Come back to sit on your heels. And this time, keeping the knees together, fold yourself in child's pose. Release forehead down to the mat or the hands. And then bring yourself back up. We'll come back up to stand up on the knees, rooting down into that right knee. Slowly, slowly, slowly begin to pick that left foot up, step that foot forward. Knee over the ankle, we'll take it into a low lunge, arms reach up. And then we'll cactus the arms, pull the elbows back, fingers lined up over the elbows, heart lifting. And now open the arms out to the side, so palms are facing outward. Feel those shoulder blades draw together behind you. And then let's bring the palms together at the heart. Hands down to the mat. Bring it back into your standing up on your knees position. And then we'll take weight over into the left knee, foot, shin. Imagine that you still have that block in between the thighs, so you're activating through the inner thighs. Slowly, slowly, slowly you step or carry that right foot forward, knee tracking over the ankle. Just find that low lunge. And then you bend the elbows, cactus the arms, elbows, fingers, pull back. And now open arms out to the side, palms facing outward. And palms come back together, Anjali Mudra at the heart. You can take fingers down to the mat. Bring yourself back to stand up on the knees. And then again, we'll take it back. Palm sits back on the heels, knees come back together. Child's pose, one more time. And then slowly find your way down onto your belly. Take it into a crocodile pose here. Stack the arms again. And rest your forehead down on the hands. And come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with ourselves. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and slowly press yourself all the way up. Bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. And bring hands together at the heart. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. Hope this offering was helpful and made you feel better. Have a great day. With love and gratitude, namaste.